Hello and welcome. I'm Plumbobs in the Past. I'm currently playing Ultimate Decades Challenge, and so today I thought I would share some medieval activities and skills mods that are really great in case you are someone who wants to try out medieval gameplay. We'll take a look at some really amazing mods for skills and activities, basically to explore what you could add to your game if you're looking for mods like this. So the first mod I wanted to look at today was the Blacksmith Mod by Jane Simston. And this is a 10 level skill that adds new craftable items and new decor. They also have got in this mod a new mining rock, which we can see Vilkas working at right now, where you can collect ore for different types of metal substances. So Vilkas has currently been mining for copper. I'll have him mine for gold. We can also mine for iron and silver. Now that we have our materials, we also can see that we have a little blacksmith station. And once we've got our materials made into things that we can use, we can craft all these decorations, this furniture, or ingots, which is what we'll use to craft some of these other decor items. So as we can see, this skill comes with custom animations that are made for this blacksmithing station, and the blacksmithing station looks pretty cool, I think, especially if you're wanting a character to become a blacksmith. Now that Vilkas has got his ingots, he can make different furniture, decorations, or weapons, and these can go onto the walls or can be sold. So we obviously won't get a chance to look at everything for the blacksmithing skill, but we can see that it has 2 tracks in the new 10 level blacksmithing career. And it includes a ton of different items that you can craft as you are working through these skills. There's even a list, a PDF list of the objects that you could create. So feel free to check that out if that's something you're interested in. I really love the Blacksmith mod currently. I think it's one of my favorites at this moment in time. So you might really enjoy it as well. Another mod that we have to show off today is the Playable Harp Mod by Jane Simston. Here we have Dovile. She's currently level 10. It is a 10 level skill. And what's really great about this harp skill is that you can also write songs with the harp, and you can also publish them. It comes with a custom like and dislike, which Dovile currently does have the likes harp. And in addition to that, it also has its own songs that come with it with this skill. So it's pretty cool. So for the Playable Lute Mod, it's a 10 level skill. XML injector is required, and it is also by Jane Simston, just to add a more time appropriate instrument to your medieval gameplay in The Sims 4. So as we can see, we get different options, including writing, naming songs, crafting lutes on the woodworking table once we get high enough level, and licensing songs, just like other musical skills will allow us. Now the last mod by Jane Simston is the Archery skill, and this is a great little skill as well. You can have children and adults play archery and practice archery, and you can do archery competitions, which work really well as in-person events. The Sims, in my experience, autonomously go and participate in archery competition and complete the goals for that activity. And not only that, but there's also a rabbit hole version. When you win items and cash, so it's really nice. It also includes new items, and if your handiness skill is high enough, you can also craft a bow at the woodworking table. Vilkas does have level 10 archery skill, so he could craft bows and arrows. And we can see that these are a lot of different options. Over here we have the different types of targets, and we can see that they come sort of with a bullseye or just a normal hay one. Once again, it's a 10 level skill, so it's a really great mod as well. Here's another one by Mirai M. It's the functional pottery wheel, and this is another really cute one where you are able to make craftables. It has got a custom preference for like and dislike, and it gives you usually a pretty nice focused moodlet You basically can go and collect clay, you can buy clay, or you can search in a dirt pile for clay and then use that to make the craftables. And the craftables are really cute and they sell for a pretty good amount of money as well if you're looking for another way to make money that feels historically accurate. These next couple of ones are all going to be from Pied Piper. We're just going to look at the information page because it would take too long to show all the parts of them. So one is the functional loom. This is great. If you've watched Morbid Gamer, you'll have seen her use this. And basically with this, you can weave tapestries, you can weave carpets, you can weave bathroom mats. And this is a huge mod that adds a lot of opportunity to create new craftables. It's another 10 level skill with 150 plus craftables once you reach that high skill level. So that's amazing. It gives you 2 different income options, high income or low income, and it's just a lot of fun to play with because you can create things that you then end up using as well as being able to sell them. So check this one out if you are interested in weaving. Another one that a lot of people who play historical gameplay might like to use is the Vinegar production technology. And this is basically where you craft your own vinegar and you can use it in cooking if you have SCCO, or you can sell the bottles for an income. It's just like a little nice touch of realism if you want to create your own vinegar, since people have used it for a really long time. Now, dairy production is a huge mod. It's really, really big as well. It has a lot of add-ons and it provides the opportunity for you to create your own dairy products if you, for example, aren't using a old cookbook. This is one where you don't improve your skill from doing it. You have to use the skill book in order to improve your skill, but it is only a 5 level skill, and you can use a churn, which adds a nice little touch of realism as well to yield your dairy products. What I like best about this is not just the idea of creating your own dairy products and being able to sell it with the 2 different income options like the other mods by Pied Piper. But what I really like about this as well is that there's now an add-on for plant-based dairy, which means that even your lactose intolerant Sims could live in the historical time period and be able to eat recipes that include lactose. That would be pretty cool. The next one from Pied Piper is a wicker making station, which I really enjoy this wicker making station a lot. One of the things I really like about it is that if you have Mirai M's not just decor functional tree, then you can use the logs that you gather from those trees as the materials for your craftables. So you can end up making a ton of craftables that go around the house. This also means that you can create the things that your Sims are living in, which is really nice. And it's another one that's a 10 level skill that you can buy the skill books or you can learn the skill by doing. It's a lot of fun. It's super cute. It comes with this really beautiful little wicker making station and you can make all kinds of different things. So check that one out if you're interested. Now this honey production mod pack is really big. It's by Pied Piper. It has multiple add-ons to it that you can choose if you would like to. And it is a really fantastic mod to get. Selby's over here collecting some honey from this wild beehive. It looks a lot like the flock of birds. And she will get different types of honey from different parts in the world. So here we've got some honey already started. Once we have some different types of honey, which we get from pressing the raw honey or filtering it, depending on if it came from a beehive, like the Seasons beehive, or a wild honey tree like this, then we can go and make mead if we have the right ingredients or if we are not playing with simple living lot trait. So while Selby is making the mead, she just stands over it while it goes, and then she fills up this barrel. The animation might be a little bit imperfect, but it ends up working out totally fine in terms of how successful it is. And then we can see that we have this now in our inventory, and we can either sell this straight from our inventory or we can fill it in bottles to create bottles of mead. which yields 6, and it's worth quite a lot more once you do that. So that's a really cute little skill and activity if you want to be able to craft some mead, kind of like the nectar making, but also more medieval time period appropriate. The last one's just a little guy. It's by Jane Simston, and this is just a nice little add-on to a skill that we already have in the game. It's basically extra cross-stitch patterns, because if you're like me, you get tired of talking to the animals over and over every single sim, every single generation to unlock the different cross-stitch patterns. It's a bit tiresome to have to do that again and again and again. So if you want to have some extra cross-stitch patterns that go above and beyond just the ones that you unlock from improving the skill without having to talk to the animals all the time, then you can get this little mod by Jane Simston that adds some extra cross-stitch patterns. Quite a few of them are sort of more Victorian era, later era than medieval period, but it gives you some options for new things to be able to cross-stitch, and there's quite a few. They're pretty cute, really nice, and it's a smallie but a goodie. So I hope that's helped out if you're looking for medieval skills and activities, small mods that can add some of those into your game. And feel free to hit that subscribe button so that you don't miss the next in the series. Thanks everyone for watching, and bye bye.